So now let's start getting some drums in. So I've got a bunch of different drum loops here. Which I will use either as top loops or to chop up. First off, I'm just going to use my own sample racks. So let's just get that back to where I got it right. Bring up the velocities. So now I'm going to try and find some other little hats to play off this one. Okay, so now we're just going to start adding some hats. So we've got duplicate that over. So let's start trying to play some more hats in. That's the one directly below it. I'm just going to C, Command V. So I'm getting the highs of that sort of 808 sound, and then sort of more of the front and the knock of that, more like a 909 hat. Like that. So with this hi-hat group that I'm trying to create, I'm almost trying to create my own top loop, or my own hat loop, shall I say. So I'm not looking for my like super up front, I'll layer that on top. This is just something to keep rolling and have a bit of rhythm. So I'm going to duplicate that, and we're just going to create a bit more variation, I think. Just lower velocity on these ones. Lower them a bit further, I think. Have a look at this rack. Like that. So let's just move him across to where I was meant to play him in. Quantize up. Hat, change it to classic, just get him down. So for this sort of style of track, I'm sort of feeling maybe like a shaker. So that's nice. Try that. So let's just snap him there for a bar. We're going to apply our swing. Okay, so there's not many other shakers in here. So I am going to show you what I want to do to make this loop. So we're going to go MIDI, drum rack, shaker, search, go to all result. So we'll probably end up using a loop as well, but for this, we're looking just for a few different samples. Something like that. So then we will go into the MIDI clip. So I quite like the sound of that one. So we're just going to duplicate him. And we're going to create this sort of up-down motion with the velocity. Stop that one. And we're going to, whoops, change the sample for each one. So we're just going to loop that now. So I can come up a little bit, just a bit quieter than the rest of them. I'm not too sure. Maybe try a different one. Then we're going to put an audio channel beside it, and we're going to go to the top. Whoops. And we're just going to start adding some shaker loops. Try another one. Then we can combine all of these together. Shaker. and then sidechain it, we should have quite an interesting dynamic shaker on the go now. I'm also going to bring up the tempo. I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 8. I'm going to keep those shakers quite quiet in the mix. So now we're going to look at our clap and we'll really start to get a feel for how the track is sounding. So that clap straight away sounded quite nice actually. I'm not too sure on that loop anymore now. Gonna get rid of it. And then, although that clap sounds quite nice, what we're going to do, I'm just going to highlight it and just try some different ones. Whoops. So that probably works a bit better. Could always try layering it. That sounds quite nice. That sounds really nice now. So now we can start trying to add some different hi-hats in. Not as in your face as some of the other ones. Let's try it again with these. Whoops. That's nice. That one. And then I'm duplicating that across again because I'm going to have so I'm going to find one of those 909s I liked. So is that one. I'm going to find the sample in the rack. I'm just going to shorten it. I want it quite snappy and tight to fit in with the rest of the groove. So I do that by going into classic, taking the sustain right down. Now if we listen to that hi-hat by itself, it won't come through because the decay is all the way down. I'm going to put it around about there. Obviously I'll do it in the mix. But a cool thing to do as well, which we will probably do within this track I imagine, is play with the decay. So when we're in arrangement we can then do stuff like this. Create more dynamic movement within the track, making it feel more alive, more professional. Those small details make a difference. That sounds really nice now. So let's just listen to the drums by itself. Very simple, very stripped back. So that's when we've got these top loops that we can start So I'm going to get rid of that one now. Don't need that. Not feeling that. Don't know about this. No, that one can go. Not feeling that one. So let's just quantize into our... Bring down the transients. So I quite like that. Let's open up the drums. Add an audio. And what we can do is we can use that one knob pumper trick again to remove those kick transients and the clap. Now we can play around with this as well. Maybe just put it to 16th. There's quite a bit of low end coming through on it. So it's that hi-hat, so what we're going to do is we're going to add that again. We're going to change that to 8th. Yeah. Now, just by adding that top loop without. Obviously it needs to be settled in the mix a bit better, but it's just adding a bit more texture and interest to the drums, and this is why I say use loops to your advantage. That saved me a lot of time rather than adding more and more and more and more and more and more and more drum samples to then create the desired effect I want. So what else we got? Again, I quite like that. I feel like we can make it work as another little top loop. So let's listen to it just in the drum group. So too much going on. So let's sort that out. That sounds cool. Change him to 8th. Bit of low end coming through, but we can sort that out. Quantize it to our grid. And apply our swing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to group these together. Tops. I feel like I might be doing a bit too much reduction there. What's this one? Yeah, that sounds a bit better now. Let's get an EQ. A lot of low end going on, so let's get rid of all of that. So we've just got the highs, and now I'm going to use Smack Attack, which is a transient shaper, to control some of them pops and just help it sit within the mix better. So now the drums as a whole. much better. Everything together. It's really coming along, I think. So we can get rid of that now. And then that I was going to use as like a little sound effect. I'm going to bring down those top loops for quite a bit. Let's have a look at some perks then. Some more perks. So I'm hearing a little rhythm there with that one. So being on bong bong ba bong kind of thing. So something here. Don't know if that's gonna work. It needs to be like deeper than that. Something similar like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go insert MIDI. We're going to go on this rack. We're finding this one here. Tap this little icon here and it's going to show it in our packs. So now I can pop him on a MIDI channel. And now I have it scalable. Well, I don't know if that's a correct musical term, but that's what I'm saying. So now what I can do is I can just copy this MIDI across. Pitch it up. Down. Add some more reverb. I'm gonna bring in the attack. So I can hear it clashing with a little percussion hit, but I'm not going to spend any time trying to find it. I'll sort that out later on. Yeah, see, so now that's gone from like... Is that yeah, that's nice. And we can try and get like a cool echo on it. Listen to that. Yeah, it's edgy. Change it to notes. Bring down the feedback. Maybe bring up the feedback. 8. Yeah. Almost more like a synth now. So there wasn't really any other sounds in there I can use, so we can get rid of that. Snare wise, want it really rolling, so I'm going to leave the snare out. Maybe could add like a little quiet clap. Something like that. Maybe at the end of like 8 bars or something like that. Let's give this a go. And then what we're going to go... In fact, what we're going to do... I'm just going to shorten that down to a bar so I can get the right... Yeah, it's in the right position. So let's get H delay. And try and find like something interesting. Let's have more modulation. Let's have a look in there. I've used this before. Yeah, that's cool. Ambient, long distance. That's quite cool. What's that doing? Tell you what, so I'm going to use that and I'm going to duplicate that, and then we're going to go, whoops, ambience long distance, is that right? Bring up the velocity. Yeah. And then let's bring that back. That little noise is so sick. And another little thing we're going to do, which I'm going to do on this channel here, is I'm going to find a clap. First off, actually, we need to move these onto, what's it called? Clap 808 MPC 3000 short. Clap. So then pick these two up, pop them inside the rack. So now it's just affecting this sample here. Now all my other claps are the same. So we're going to go back, across. So I like that one. I'm going to duplicate him all the way across. And then, so he's up there. I'm going to go delay. Oh shit. Clap modulate he's called. I'm going to put him on there. And we're going to turn sync off. Bring the drive up down to about 15. And I'm just basically creating a tape delay. So that sort of pitch, and there's sort of like a slight echo of the clap, and it's very short. it's something, again, very, very subtle. You hear it a lot in like Row Minimal and stuff like that, and I really like it. But it's not for everyone, and you'll never even probably hear it in a club, so it might all be a waste of time, but I like it. So I've forgotten what I was doing. LFO. LFO. Oh shit, what have I done? Time. So now we can map that to here. Change the depth. Change the rate. So we just need to find this modular clap now. Just bring it down in volume a bit. Change the feedback. Change the offset. That's better. You can now just hear how much more dynamic all these drums are. It's really nice. We can maybe do something quite cool with that one. Listen to it in the group. So now I'm happy with that. I might add a little kick pattern. So let's duplicate it. I don't know if it's just because I can start to hear a bass line now. Nah, I'm not feeling it. The first track. Yeah, that's rolling real nice now. So it's definitely going to start using some synths now. So this is always a good point to think about as well when producing. Mentally, I've been at this about nearly 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. So I can feel that I'm just starting to get a bit fatigued now. I can't really think correctly what is best to do next. Obviously it needs bass line, it needs synths. I want to find a decent sort of vocal. And yeah, I just want to make it sound a bit more like a Brendan James track, if you want to call it. So a bit more modular sounds, a bit more like crunch. It's got that atmosphere and the deepness I want to it. But I'm hoping with the right synths, the right basses, and some cool stuff I use with vocals that we can get it to sound like a Brendan James track. but I'm going to stop here for the day because I feel fatigued. I've got work shortly, and sometimes it's always just best to take a break and come back to it at another time. Okay, so that is the third episode done in my Track from Scratch series. I hope you got some good stuff from that one. You can see how easy it is to make a simple drum groove once you've got a good bass layer with percussion and some hi-hats to build off of. In the next one, we're going to start looking at some synths and bass lines. So I'll see you on Friday.